Wheel up.
We're back in this bitch.
Yo. We are
Yo,
RFC in this thing.
back with a bang.
Oh, UFC 249. We got
On smoke, you know. UFC 249.
Get me.
Post-fight review.
That's what we're on today.
Oh, we just got to get into it, you get me?
That's what we're doing, bro. First fight. What do you want to chat about? We can start with anything. We can start from.
Let's just start from the first fight past prelims.
Go on. Let's go.
So brief overview of the first fight. We had Ryan Spann, someone I've not seen much before, but he has good records, 17-5. And he's been doing well recently, decent striking. Dominated the first 2 rounds with the striking.
Against who?
Then against Smiling Sam Alvey.
There you go.
Smiling Sam Alvey. So yeah, in Smiling Sam, you know, he's a vet. He's an icon. Smiling Sam is a vet, and he's got a chin.
We just smile. This smile never goes.
Yeah, trust me. Like the Joker. You want to know how I got these scars?
Nah, don't. Carry on, fam.
Yeah, so anyway, back to the thing. First 2 rounds, Ryan dominated the fight, and then heading into the 3rd round, Smiling Sam, with his legendary chin, managed to stage a comeback and started to put it on Ryan and backed him up to the fence and was landing some bombs on him. But credit to Ryan, he toughed it out and got the decision, so he should be moving onwards and upwards. So it was a good little warm up fight. You know what I'm saying? Good little warm up fight, but nothing, you know, ended in a decision. Nothing too notable, but good beginning to the proceedings. The next fight was actually more impressive. You know, somewhat a fight I was interested in. Fug, what's he called? What's his name?
Thug Nasty, bro. That's all I know.
Thug Nasty. Freak Nasty.
Yeah.
And I think shout out to the freaks out there. But yo, so listen, Bryce Mitchell is a promising talent. He's a good addition to the featherweight division. You know, good prospect. Very clean technique on the jiu-jitsu. Very smooth transitions. Good. He's doing chess. You know what I'm saying? He's always a step ahead. That's the key to jiu-jitsu, especially, is you got to be a step ahead. And every time he had an answer, every time the guy tried to move out, he's transitioning. Mount, bam, twister, bam, next head and arm choke, boom, like doing just next level transitions.
Jiu-jitsu transitions, man. That actually the twister. Bro, that was the end of the round. He could have got that twister.
He had it a couple of times. He nearly got the twister like 3 times. He likes a twister, and his opponent Charles Rosa, you know, credit to him for his effort, but you know, he ended up getting submitted, and I can't remember what round. I think it might have been 2nd round. Well, no, I'm tripping. It was a decision. It was a decision, but he nearly got submitted like multiple times.
Yeah.
He nearly got submitted, but
you got dominated on the ground, basically.
Dominated, like completely dominated on the ground.
Jiu-jitsu black belt. It just showed, I don't know, it just showed the level.
He's a jiu-jitsu black belt, so I don't even know what's Bryce's jiu-jitsu belt. Yeah, he's a black belt.
Under who?
Doesn't say here. I don't know, but
anyway, that was just an
he's not really had any jiu-jitsu competition, but he must be Like, I'm surprised he's not even had jiu-jitsu competition with the way he was, fighting and that. Like, he's not had any, jiu-jitsu competition, like pure jiu-jitsu competitions. He's just done from MMA training. So he's impressive, man. Plus his striking's good. I've seen his striking in other fights. He's got good striking as well, so he's well-rounded.
Therefore.
But he's a promising prospect. Plus, the matchups at featherweight. There's a lot of different matchups at featherweight. Like the beat, Brian Ortega,
Calvin Qatar, Jeremy Stevens, who we'll get onto later, which is
Jeremy Stevens. But he got sparked. Qatar.
Listen, we're gonna get onto that. Yeah. Next,
get onto that in a bit.
Talk about it. Michelle Waterson versus Carla Esperanza. That was not a good fight. Let me tell you, they both look shook with each other. Carla couldn't even get. She was just trying to get into range. Waterson just distancing her off, just keeping her there. But there was minimal action that whole fight. Minimal action that whole fight. So sorry, ladies, but you didn't represent yourselves well on this card.
Shitty.
So we'll just move on to the next one, which was Werdum versus Olenek, which we talked about it. Werdum came in, tubby monster. The tub machine right now. I don't know what he'd been eating. Alexander, listen, let's get into interesting fights, because no offense, Tom, early prelims, whatever, they were good fights. Boom. Werdum, Olenek, it wasn't even all that of a fight, to be honest. Werdum came in underprepared. He didn't look like he looked slow. Olenek came
unmotivated.
He came in good shape. He came in throwing bombs. Obviously, Werdum's always going to have that ground game, but he was struggling a bit. It was just one of those fights where...
I think Werdum won, though. I think he did enough in the second and third. He dominated on the ground enough.
That's what I thought.
And, he had Mount multiple times, had the back. But, it was weird. He looked unmotivated, man. Like, do you remember when he had the back and he just, let the position go? He just didn't seem arsed. It was like he was just doing a casual thing. Like, he just didn't seem bothered.
He's just a fact.
But it's what's the point? Even if the guy's not on your level in jiu-jitsu, why fight him if you're not even going to be motivated to try and, at least win the fight? Yeah, and his striking, you need a level of athleticism to strike. You can't strike when you're all frail and not training and shit like that. You just get sparked out. Even if you've got good technique, you just get smashed up because your body won't do what your mind tries to do. If not, then it'll fuck you up. So you gotta you know what I'm saying? You just gotta stay training. You've got to keep a level of it, otherwise you get soft. You gotta stay hard. Shout out David Goggins, you know what I'm saying? Stay hard, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we missed one fight out. I missed one fight out, which was an actually amazing fight. Which just kicked off the prelims, actually, which was Vicente Luque versus Nico Price, which was an absolute flipping war. Them, man, non-stop, constantly just throwing bombs at each other. But Luque,
mad.
Power counters, man. He was just ready to counter off everything. He was landing.
Yeah, he just has a real nice, solid technique, and he has a good frame. He's not easy to move about. He's got good tight frame. You know what I'm saying? In terms of his posture, his stance. He gets good stance. He gets good power into everything. Nico's a bit more. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just got very good tight technical kickboxing or Muay Thai even. Whereas
Nico's
Nico's wild, isn't it? Nico's almost a bit like Tony. He's a bit tapped, he just spins around and shit and goes. He's a bit crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's good. He's had some real good finishes though, man.
He has.
He's had some real good finishes before, nice out of the box, out of left field submissions and flying shit and stuff, next spinning back fists and shit.
Luque was on point with the counters, man.
He just timed him in it.
Just throw back 2 times harder with precision as well. Ended up busting his face up.
I like that style, man. It's like Overeem before now. Like Overeem used to just chill and wait for the counter. Like just keep octagon control or keep ring control and just wait for the counter. Just chill, wait. Like yeah, cool, back, bam. Like wait for the, you know what I'm saying? Just wait to time the shot. But then that's what Thingy was doing. This thing, what's his name? Luke was doing. He was just waiting for the timing and then bang. But then like that's as well. We'll talk about in a bit. But that was as well what Gaethje was doing. He kept that same kind of style. He wasn't even so active. He'd just kind of wait for him to make a mistake in terms of where he's at.
Yeah.
And then just place that, like line up that counter, like. Impressive though, like Luke looked good, man.
He did.
He looked real good. Mad KO. It
was a sick.
Timed that right, timed him throwing the right and just came with that.
Bro, that was one of the best left hooks I've ever seen in my life.
It was an elbow. It was a right elbow on it.
No, that was Kate. Are you talking about Cater?
Oh, I'm tripping. No, I'm tripping. I'm thinking of Carter versus Stevens.
Yeah, you are. That's the wrong fight.
Let me watch this KO again. I've forgotten it.
No, that was a left hook, wasn't it? It was a left hook that bombed him. It was
Mad
crazy.
left hook though, dropped him differently. Like he
Yeah.
stumbled back and fell like, yo, that hurt and that.
And then yeah,
His eye just went
was a good
fully
fight.
differently. He basically popped his eyebrow.
yeah.
He fucked his eye up with one punch, bro. Like different.
It was a mad fight.
He's
Was
a
it
sick
mad
fighter,
fight?
Luke, man.
Yeah, yo.
He could go championship level.
Leaping left hook.
Yeah.
Mad thing.
Mad thing, bro.
Flattened him.
Cater though, I think Cater's striking is so next level.
Yeah, trust me, his boxing's so crispy and clean.
Bro, he
it's mad.
Call a sick boxer, like keeps everyone on the end of the punches. He licks them on the end of the punches and that. At
True.
the end, do you get me? Like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Uses
Full leverage.
look what he did, bro. Like he was boxing, stepped in with a next level elbow, took a broken nose as well, and KO'd Stevens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think he should have got like performance of the night in my opinion. Cater.
Justin Defo deserved it though, like as well,
There
obviously.
should have been two. There should have been.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. I think there was a couple more they could have given maybe performance there. But obviously Ngannou and Justin Defo deserved it.
Yeah.
Like the problem, but Cater could have got it as well with that KO as well and shit. That was mad. That was mad. Like getting time in that kind of elbow and shit. Like that's a rare KO. You don't see them often.
Can't do that. Even Tony Ferguson.
Weidman had one of them. Weidman had one of them a while ago. But against Sakara. But other than you don't see that kind of KO that often. You see it in Muay Thai, but all the time, but not in MMA as much.
And he broke his nose on that exchange.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised that's no surprise.
No.
Getting an elbow to the nose, G.
No. Cater broke his nose.
Wash your nose like a fire hydrant.
No. Stevens punched Cater, broke his nose, and at the same time,
What?
Cater elbowed him and dropped him.
That's mad.
You don't know how much power Jeremy Stevens has.
Nah, true.
Actually, a joke thing like this guy. I don't know how he doesn't get the wins, man.
Nah, do you know what, man? I'm chatting like I looked into that the other day, and he doesn't even have the power that he's hyped with. It's just when he was chatting shit to McGregor, like if you look into his record, he barely finishes fights. He's only had like trust me, it's just what he says. He does have good power. But his whole career, if you look at his whole career, he's not had that many TKOs or KOs. He's had a lot, but not like mad. But for featherweight, it's a lot.
But he has KO'd some man though. He KO'd Duho Choi and that differently.
Yeah. Nah, they were mad knockouts. Yeah, definitely. That Duho Choi one, he was getting bust up in that a bit as well, but then he just fucking smacked him up like quick time.
Bro,
he was getting smacked out.
You can't
that fight.
underestimate his power, man. Jeremy Stephens,
Nah, I know he's good, and his chin. I know Jeremy's got a mad chin. He gets. Talking of technique, he gets with his right hand as well and his left hook. He gets mad leverage into that. He throws it from the hip.
yeah, 100.
Cater was just a different level striker. I knew Cater was going to win that anyway.
Yeah, his boxing, man, and he's well-rounded as well, Cater.
Like
Well-rounded, just athlete.
He's good. He's good in, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, he could fight for the title easily.
Defo.
Him against Holloway, that would be next level striking, but combat like.
Oh, that's a real interesting one. But I think Cater's got too much power again.
That's what I'm saying, and he's got reach as well. The way he fights, he's just sick with his defense and his offense.
Yeah.
But he did lose.
His footwork sets it all up as well. But he's good at his. He just keeps them in the pocket. He keeps them like in range of where he can land his boxing. He's so good at getting in range to land his boxing and then flowing his combos in that pocket.
Where does that put the beat? Because the beat Cater.
Yeah.
I think Zabit should get the next title shot after Holloway.
I agree, I think so too. I think he's not lost yet, has he, Zabit either? Actually, no, he has.
It doesn't even matter, bro, if he's lost.
Who did he lose to again?
You know he's got the caliber to be able to challenge.
Did he lose?
Yeah, he lost. He lost once in the UFC, I'm pretty sure.
Can't remember.
Oh, it's not in UFC. Was it before? To Igor Egorov. He was in Pro UFC though. He got a submitted armbar. But that was before UFC, so he's not lost in the UFC.
Yeah.
And he's beat.
That's what I thought.
He's beat Shaman Marias. He's beat Mark Santiago, UFC. He's beat Brandon Davis, Jeremy Stephens, and Calvin Kattar. So
pretty impressive run still.
He's got to fight someone like a Holloway.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. That's a good matchup.
Ortega, man. Ortega's quiet right now.
Yeah, that's another one.
I don't even want to see that, bro. I don't even want to see Ortega Zabit because I think Zabit will murder him.
No,
I don't even know, Ortega can't be underestimated either, man. He's got a lot of different attributes.
But Ortega's got shit striking defense, and Zabit arguably has got maybe the best of offense in the whole other division. Like, the way he fights is next level.
Yeah, I hear that.
Fucked up different, like a spinning kick to the head or something.
Yeah, but the other thing with Zabit is he can't.
Yeah, you're right. He can't get it to the ground, innit? Ortega's just not getting that to the ground, and Zabit's grappling's actually fucking sick.
Exactly, sick wrestler. So it's like there's no way for Ortega to win that unless a lucky punch or some shit.
Zabit. Yeah. Here's the thing with Zabit: he's not consistent throughout the 3 rounds. Like, he start off sick, but he was getting pieced up by Bochniak at the end.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he don't have the couple more fights though. He might improve that because obviously he's got the skill. He still wins, innit? It's about the W at the end of the day. But to get that championship fight, you need to be sick every round, innit?
All about the dub.
It's all about the dub.
All about the W. All right. Next fight, which semi-annoyed me because I thought Cerrone won it, was Pettis versus Cerrone. Which I was actually gassed for this fight, and it was a good fight. It lived up to the expectations. But man, they did Cerrone dirty in that fight. I had him 2-1. He had takedowns first round, takedowns in the 3rd round, and he's piecing up at the end. Like, how are you giving up?
Nah, defo.
Absolutely mocking Cerrone. It's a joke.
Even Pettis said himself, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, trust.
I'll take it, though. He was like, I'll take it, though.
Yeah, true. That's when you know, innit, you were beaten.
Yeah, but fair play to him doing that, like, he didn't have to say, he could have just been like, oh, yeah, boom, but he was like, because he knows, man, he knows, like, you know what I'm saying, so...
Like, Jones, same thing. John Jones could have been like, you know what, you get me, I won, but I didn't really win. Did you get me?
Against Reyes?
Yeah.
I still, me and Zero, the number 1, spoke about the number 0, spoke about this, but he like wait, what were you saying?
I think that Reyes won the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, but Jones kind of won the last. Like, Jones dominated the championship element of it.
Yeah, he did.
So I kind of like, I'm not, even though I think on a technical thing, but on like some fight thing, I think Jones kind of did enough to win in a way, to, especially if he's the champ. And
exactly.
And not even that, I don't even know about that. I think it's more like the fact that he dominated like the last round and sort of broke him down a bit more than Reyes could. Reyes couldn't really break Jones down. Jones was still there and like coming at him, like started fucking him up. Yeah. But obviously under the UFC 5 rounds and the way it scored and everything, you could definitely give the first 3 rounds to Reyes. So I can see the argument, but yeah, that like the thing with this one is Cerrone just quite clearly won that 2-1.
That's
yeah,
right.
No, defo.
Well, it's just the common thing, man, that we were saying about last time as well, like judging, man. Like judging is just mad. Just needs to be sorted out. Rapid thing as well. Is the ref as well? Like few of the refs were tripping as well, and that guy Dominic Cruz is accusing this guy, saying that he was lit, like he was drunk.
That was the same ref, and he missed the eye poke to Cerrone.
Yeah, which was blatant as well. Like that, like if you're a ref, you should be clocking that. Yeah. And Cerrone as well is not gonna chat. Like Cerrone, but sometimes you get punched and you think it's the like a finger getting poked, but it's not like with that, it looked pretty obvious from when he was putting his hand out there, he was poking him in the eye. But I think he threw like a punch at the same time or something.
No, he did. But that Keith Peterson, we'll get on to it. Let's just go on to that fight then. If you just go straight into the Cruz fight, because it's the same ref, and he messed up that fight as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was early stoppage. 100%.
I mean, Cruz came out with the movement, innit? Cruz came out with the movement.
Listen, bro, after 3 years off, Cruz looks calm.
Yeah.
That's normal.
That's to be expected, man. The guy mentally is like, committed to the fight game. He's like mentally sharp in terms of fighting and stuff, and he's like, pretty sharp. So I expected Cruz to come back like that, but do you know what? It's a Muay Thai thing again versus kickboxing. He just used the low kicks very nicely. They were crucial to his success. Taking away the movement with the low kicks.
Cejudo did, yeah.
Exactly.
But listen, the cringe king, man, you got lucky with that win because Cruz got his timing in that second round. He was landing his nice shots, picking them, changing angles.
Yeah, that was a bullshit stoppage.
100%.
It was bullshit, yeah. He did take like 10 to 11 punches without answering.
Yeah, but you can't stop it at the end of the round in a championship fight with the context of it. The guy's been out the ring for 3 years and shit. It's just peak for Don, man. It's so peak. To stop that fight at 4:58 seconds, how can you even do that? Like, it's mad. It's mad. That guy owes Dom P. That guy actually owes Dom P, Dom said he was lit and he smelt of cigs. It's like he was lit. He came into my fight lit. Like, what was this guy doing? Like,
yeah. Did you not see him? He was getting back up to his feet.
Yeah. No.
I didn't get that, man.
You man jumped in differently. I was about to say, bro.
Yeah.
I can see why people are saying. Some of them are saying it wasn't an early stoppage, because he took a lot of punches, but the whole time he was never.
Is that 4:58?
He was getting up. I'm saying that, bro. He was getting up when the fight ended. He was trying to get back to his feet the whole time. Yeah. He just lost his balance.
The thing is, Cejudo landed a nice shot. He flew across the ring to the cage and landed a punch. As he was getting up from the cage, he's just clipped him with one as he's trying to get up. Like, he's flown it in accurate, like, hit him with it. But then Cruz wasn't, like, slumped on the cage like fucked. He was, like, trying to get up. but he was
Yeah.
semi-tripping, and then he just got bumped. But obviously, like, I think, you can't stop it at that point in the round. Maybe before in the round, when there's 2 minutes left in the round, because then you're like, yo, this looks really bad. If I leave this going for the 2 minutes, it's bad. But then at the end of the round, you can't be doing that. You got to let it go to the next round.
Yeah,
and give him a chance, give him 1 minute to recover. Even check at the end of the round. Like, but on the exceptional occasion, it could be possible to stop the fight then. But I don't think that was an exceptional occasion on that.
Nah, he wasn't even hurt, bro. Really, I don't even think
Like
he was that hurt,
Mighty Mouse has finished the fight at the end second. But most of the time, like, I would let that go unless it's really bad. Like, the guy's been. The guy's like tripping, like can barely stand up, or he's bare wobbled. Like, Ferguson looked like that was bad. Like, we'll talk about that in a bit, but that stoppage was peak.
Like Jones BC2, you had to stop that fight because he almost killed him.
Yeah. That's true. I agree with that. That one was an exceptional. Like, that was dangerous. Like, that was a bad stoppage. That was crazy stoppage.
You know what I'm saying? But Dom, yeah, he was fully in his senses. He took punches, yeah, but that's a fight. In a fight, you take punches.
Yeah.
He was getting back to his feet, and do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it is bullshit because 3 years and that, like you said, out of the ring. It's like, come on, man. Like, you basically
give the guy a chance. Especially with Dom, man. It's not even just 3 years. It's like fucking time, man. I don't even know, like. He's been out the ring for time. I mean, out the cage for time, and had so much bullshit happen. And then for that to stop the way it did was just bullshit. But fair play to Cejudo though. He looked good. I was impressed, man. Cejudo, he's doing his thing, man. Like,
bro, like Cejudo is one of the GOATs. I'm not even gassing. Like, Olympic.
Yeah, you can't say any otherwise, man. It is true.
Because. Even DC, he's an Olympic champion, yeah, but he never really had the light heavyweight title, did he? Like, he never beat John Jones, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and even then, he didn't win it. He was Olympic 4th place or something, right?
That's what I'm saying. But Cejudo fucking won it at the age of like 21 and retired from wrestling, and then he beat Mighty Mouse, TJ, and Dominic Cruz. They're like three of the best of all time.
And Moraes.
Bro, he's cold. Marlon Moraes, yeah? He's next level. I think he's a sick fighter.
Defo. Oh, but do you know one fight that'd be interesting is actually Aldo versus Cejudo?
That was supposed to happen.
Defo, that would be a good
fight. Because the striking of Aldo is actually like, he's got more power than Cruz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his leg kicks are lethal, man.
His leg kicks are mad. His Muay Thai is really good, so he'll check those low kicks all day from Cejudo. And then he lands like mad flying knees and shit. He's got mad takedown defense. Crazy takedown defense, like one of the best.
What are you saying, man?
And mad ability to get back up. Yeah, fire away, man. Speak up.
Cejudo's like arguably got one of the best wrestling in the whole of the UFC though. So like, I think Cejudo could take down anyone. Like, he even took down Mighty Mouse and shit.
Yeah.
Like, Cejudo can take down anybody. So like.
But he's like Romero. He don't even really use his shit. Do you know what I mean? He don't even really like do his wrestling.
Nah, he's used it, Don. He used it in the Mighty Mouse fight. He used it. He's not used it so much that he's done wrestling, but the fact that when he need Cruz and he uses wrestling to keep him on the ground and punch him 10 times in the head. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to have a certain level of wrestling to keep someone down, otherwise Cruz will just pop straight back up.
I hear you. He was getting up quick as well.
He was getting up quick. Like, even TJ Dillashaw, like, he got punched up, but Cejudo had to place his body in the right place using his skills in grappling to not get off balance or whatever. So he might not have used it takedown wise, but
that TJ, I don't know about that though, because that weight was just too. That wasn't the TJ we know.
Yeah, 100% it wasn't. Like, that was fucked, and you could just tell like that guy should not be fighting at that weight.
Just a bad stoppage, man. That was peak for Dominic Cruz.
Peak for Dominic Cruz, but it's one of them, innit? Like, Cejudo's just one of them lucky fighters, innit? Like, guy got not lucky, but shit has gone his way in it. Like in all the fights, even against Demetrius Johnson, I didn't think he won that second fight. I thought DJ won that fight, right? But Cejudo got it. TJ Dillashaw, like, yeah, TJ was cutting mad weight and he fucked him up in the first few seconds. And Cruz, bad stoppage. It's like he's had the luck his way in all the major fights.
That's my little thing with Triple C, man, and that's why I hate when he chats so much.
Yeah, but he's a smart bastard. I was reading. I was not reading. Watching his post-fight press conference and that. He was saying, bro, the guy went to the Olympics, won it at the age of 21, then went back to uni and got a degree in theology.
Yeah,
mad.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought once he said that, I was like. So you kind of look at a person different, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have just gone and been some mad, famous, fucking mad wrestler and shit, but guy went back to studying shit and...
What a geek.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, fucking nah, college is probably pretty lit in America, actually.
But, lads, Greg Hardy versus Jorgen De Castro, what are we saying about that fight? It was a bit of a flop, to be honest.
I've not actually seen that one, so... I can't really pass too much comment on that.
Ali, you seen it? It was a bit of a joke thing, wasn't it?
A bit of a joke thing. Like, De Castro had mad success with his leg kicks at first, but then he broke his foot or some shit.
Yeah.
And then after that, Greg Hardy, he's just one of them again. These bastards, he just gets lucky in it. Like, they just match him up against shit fighters. But once he fights...
That guy looked all right, though. What was he not doing well?
He was pretty good.
Bro, it was like CM Punk was fighting, bro. Just shit technique both sides. Shit, bro. Like, it was just wank, bro. Like, it's like these men are heavyweights, innit? Why is no one getting wobbled? Like, why is my man not... Do you know what I'm saying? No one's getting punched up differently here.
I saw this guy spark someone out on his highlights, though. I was thinking it was going to be a banger, this one.
That was on the Israel card, innit? Israel Whitaker.
I don't know. I've not seen that guy before.
He fucking KO'd the guy in like 2 seconds, that De Castro.
He's a good fighter. He had good technique as well.
He did, but he just fucked his foot up, and then he legit, bro, like, for the last 2 rounds, he didn't even throw punches.
I don't think he couldn't put weight on his... He couldn't put weight into him, you get me?
Yeah, he just... In it, that's what I'm saying. Like, he just didn't throw nothing.
He just couldn't really punch after he hurt his foot because
it was his right foot in it, his back foot in it, so he couldn't even put power in or get away with speed in it, so he just had to rely on staying safe in it rather than attacking. Because his right foot was fucked.
That's what happened. But then that's why we got another heavyweight fight, which was out of this world, mate. Francis Ngannou and Jairzinho Rosenstrike, which I thought would have gone on for a bit longer, but only lasted 20 seconds. Because
that's what I'm saying. Like, what can you say in it?
That's Francis, man. Francis Ngannou is too much power right now.
Too much power, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's fuck all you can do, but what can you do? Like, the guy threw 10 punches here, landed 1, and it's finished.
Landed 1.
Do you know what I mean? He landed 1, bro.
What did he start with? Left hook?
I don't even know. He just came at him, Tom. He just came at him because he took like one.
Nah, do you know what it was? It was a left hook, right hand. He got the left hook. He got. I don't know what he threw first. It might have been the right hand or something. Then he didn't really catch him with the first left hook, but then the second one he caught him nice, and then bang, sent him flying to the cage, and then just kind of hit him a few times on the cage, and then gone out.
Yeah, it's like one left hook that just absolutely KO'd him.
Yeah, it was like McGregor Alvarez.
I think he threw about 10 punches, but he only got that one left hook and it KO'd him. And then he hit one more right hand on the floor when he was backed up on the cage, like already
He
falling.
set it off. He just threw the right hand left hook, slowed it, and then doubled it up.
Nah, Tom, it was just wild, bro. He wasn't even know what he was doing.
Nah. Everyone's saying that, but I don't even know what they're on about. Like, he just is a bit... He looks a bit clumsy, but I think that's because, I don't know. But, like, it was a right hand, left hook. Bro, that's what it was.
Just one left hook landed.
Yeah, but it was at the end of that series.
Yeah, he is right.
That sequence.
He's more than clumsy. He's actually got shit technique when he starts.
Yeah, but
He's like
I don't know,
Wilder,
man.
bro.
Yeah, but like, see, Bearman look like Nico Price, Tony Ferguson. They look like clumsy, but they land though.
It's a
They're
different
kind of
style.
awkward.
That's a
Some
different
guys just look like they throw unorthodox, they throw awkward, but some of those awkward fighters have mad power for some reason. I don't know why. Like Ernie Shavers, if you know Ernie Shavers, shout out to man, no Ernie Shavers, like
Never
he you know, like mad shit, like throw like from a weird angle, but somehow generate mad power. Like Ngannou does have technique, but I don't know, man. He's just not got like clean form, but he throws creative strikes and good combos still. Like he's still quite a good like he'll add shit to, I don't know how to explain it, but he's got like basically good shot selection.
I get you. So just
Like,
catch
Yeah, you're right.
He won't. So even though he doesn't throw with that mad form, he's still throwing good. Like the way he finished that fight, he did still throw the right hand, left hook, and then caught him on the last one. But obviously, it's not gonna work unless you've got like a mad chin and just he's just a beast in it. He's realistic. He's like a physical beast in it. So
you can only fight like that if you trust your chin and you know you got mad power yourself. You just got to touch him with one. That's the only way you can fight like Francis fights. But I'm saying like someone like DC would just get out of the way. Like Jarzinho went back in a straight line.
yeah.
What if he just shot there for a double leg?
Yeah. DC's not getting dropped like that and cleaned out like that. No chance.
Yeah.
DC will be.
Stipe again.
DC's only been stopped twice by the maddest things, like by like Stipe and John, with bare strikes from Stipe and mad kick from John.
Yeah. But here's the thing, Tom. Is he beating Stipe? Is Francis going to beat Stipe?
I think so. I think he can knock him the fuck out like comfortably. Stipe's not even. The thing is,
I think there's even less of a chance in the rematch, because Ngannou in the first fight was wild, and that's how Ngannou could knock out Stipe. Ngannou's not going to with technique knock out Stipe. The only chance he's got is throwing wild and KOing Stipe, and he was as wild as he's going to be in that first fight because he's already been beaten by him. So he's going to come with a game plan, and he ain't going to beat Stipe with a game plan.
Why?
He's only going to, because he ain't got it in him. Like, he's not got the boxing level of Stipe. He ain't got the wrestling level of Stipe. He ain't got anything better than Stipe. The only thing he has is just
his striking's different level to Stipe.
No, not until
it's so much more dangerous.
It is dangerous, but not technique wise.
Yeah, technique. Stipe's more clean form, but Francis is a way more dangerous striker. Stipe didn't want to go really with the striking. Stipe wanted to wrestle, man. Stipe wanted to hug a leg and hold and fucking pray for
wobbled Francis
for the end. Like, he just wanted to get Francis tired, and then even when he was hitting him with full power strikes, Francis would just eating him and walking forward, still swinging mad power bombs at him. Stipe from the first round didn't want any of it, and he got caught with a few, and it looked like they were good shots. And Ngannou started off MMA at 20 or something, or older. Like, Ngannou started off MMA like only a few years ago, and now he's leveled up already so much, like in that time, and the guy's got so much potential, like to level up more than Stipe does. Like, so he's gonna have so much better grappling. Like, look at even in the Blades. Like, Blades is a good wrestler. He's taken down a lot of guys and doing well. And Ngannou just destroys him. Kane, mad wrestler, can't do shit, gets fucking destroyed. JDS guy doing what? Boom, they're just getting all like Francis is murking everyone. And he was doing before that, even before the Stipe, he was murking everyone. But now,
bro, you gas, because Stipe had the mad game plan for him.
I'm saying before, like Overeem and all the other guys that Arlovsky and them other Donnies that he just sparked out mad. Like, so he's been psyching everyone, but then Stipe caught him at a point where he's overconfident. He's not been training like this, but like Francis is going to be champ and dominate the heavyweight. He's going to be the first champ that defends the heavyweight more than 3 times. He's going to dominate the heavyweight division for time.
Stipe. There's nothing to tell me that he can beat Stipe because he had the same power before. I've not seen any.
Yeah, but you've got to bear in mind that was then, and that was 2020, start of 2018. We're now halfway through 2020, so it's 2.5 years more of top level training with a guy that's this talented.
You can't learn wrestling that quickly.
Yeah, but you can definitely increase your takedown defense and your ability to get off the cage in 2.5 years.
You can't, bro.
Well, he's not even shown it in fights though. Did he in the Blades fight?
It doesn't matter. You've got to interpret it. You can't like see. He's knocked everyone out so rapid. He doesn't need to show. Like he's just knocked everyone out.
Why? That's why he's taking the champ the whole time though.
But obviously he's training. It's 2.5 years since that fight. Obviously he's been training to get off the cage and.
Bro, Kane ain't been the champ for time. What's he doing? Nothing.
Yeah, but chill. Like he's been training for 2.5 years on clinch work, grappling, getting off the cage, takedown defense. Like he's obviously added to his skills there, like from the first fight. So then with the increased striking that he's got since then, like
what are you basing this on, bro? He's had 1 minute 40 seconds in the cage that we've seen since then.
What?
He's had 1 minute 40 seconds in the cage. He's fought old men. He's not fought Stipe or a DC.
Both of them are like DC's old, and Stipe's not. Stipe's pretty old.
Bro, they're at a different level. They're at the top of the division. They're at the top of the division.
Francis is going to be at the top of the division. Francis is going to be at the top of the division.
And when them two fight and they leave, and then that's all right. Then it's open season. But Stipe had that. He's got the game plan there already. He's done it. He proved it. And there's not much more. What's he going to do? Get back up?
Like Stipe had Ngannou like.
He couldn't do anything.
Looking like an amateur wrestler, Ngannou couldn't even get back up if he wanted.
That's what it was, man. It was a joke.
Yeah, but think about this. This is this right? Like he couldn't even take him down really. He just had to hold him against the fence and didn't do shit with him against a guy that's got no technique. A guy that had 0 technique at that point, and he couldn't do anything with him. He had to hold him there against the cage whilst the guy wasn't even on his back for most of the time. He was against the fence. He was like crouched down against the cage. Like, and the guy had no technique. This is pure physical strength and shit. Like, and Stipe couldn't do shit. And then he couldn't, like, so now after 2.5 years, I'm just assuming that he's worked heavily on these lacking aspects of that fight, and that I think it's going to be sufficient, especially you consider that he's fought Blades and dominated Blades rapid. Like, he will have been training for wrestling for that fight. Blades is a top level wrestler. So then obviously for Kane, he's going to be training wrestling heavy. That's Kane's way of winning. He's going to be training wrestling heavy. Then he's going to be adding to his rest, so then his striking's got so much better as well. And this is only, like, how old is Francis? 31 or something. He's got 4 or 5 years, maybe probably more than that at heavyweight to build his skills. He's going to be champ in my opinion. But he's going to be the first person to defend the belt.
Blades
heavyweight.
That mad wins.
More than three title defenses.
Blades doesn't have overly mad wins. Curtis,
Blades is good. Blades is good.
He is good, but he doesn't have overly mad wins. JDS.
Beat Mark
None
Hunt.
of them fighters, though. The fighters Ngannou was.
Yeah, wait. Oh, did he beat JDS? He did. He beat JDS, but JDS is
bro.
You know, what do you call? Like he's past his best. You know what I'm saying?
Finished out of here, bro.
Yeah.
So was Kane. Like, Kane came back for that fight. Like, what did you expect?
Yeah, but his power is mad.
Exactly.
They
That's the only.
still got chin. They're not like, yo, if anyone else did that other than Ngannou, you would be like, yo, but because it's Ngannou, you're like, oh, because he's got power. That's mad. Like, clock what he's done, like 4 1-minute knockouts against all high level. Like, it's not like one knockout. It's not two. He's not four knockouts in a row.
But
Rapid.
he was
In
doing
like
that
a minute, around a minute or less.
before
Like,
Stipe.
it's mad.
He was doing that before Stipe, and then he faced Stipe.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, but this is 2.5 years ago before he's been training wrestling. He had no wrestling at that point.
Yeah,
He just thought he could go in and knock everyone out. But then after that, he's gone fought Stipe. That's brought him back down to reality. He's realized he's had to work on it. Then he's fought Lewis. He's not done well in that fight. Then he's like, yo, then he's got his mojo now. Now he's on the mojo, you know what I'm saying? Now he's just knocking motherfuckers out left and right. You know what I'm saying? Good night.
Yeah, but he's fought, number one, so based on what you're saying about the wrestling, yeah, he would have worked on his wrestling, but they're not putting him through the same level. They're not going to put him through the same level of pressure that he will have in a fight, that he will need to have that level of wrestling skill. And out of everyone Ngannou's fought, he's never fought anyone who's got the boxing and the wrestling on the same level as Stipe, both of them. Kane, you could argue 6 years ago. JDS, shit wrestling. Blade,
yeah, but he's not. The thing is, Stipe is just not going to be able to implement the same strategy the same way he can last time.
But he ate mad digs, though. Stipe ate Ngannou's maddest punches.
He
maddest. Uppercuts, those ones where you go for a takedown and you get uppercutted, the knockout ones. Stipe ate them.
He got rocked, though. He got rocked a couple times. If Ngannou had landed a few more of them, he could have got fucked up.
Yeah, but so
He could have got KO'd.
Stipe had Ngannou.
And he's been softened up a bit. Another thing is he's been softened up from DC. DC's just sparked him out after that as well. Knocked him out in the first round. If DC can wobble you,
Bro,
Francis can fucking fuck you up.
Didn't he come back and beat DC, though?
Yeah, standard, but he still got stopped.
So? What DC's punches doing then, bro? He took Francis shots and he won Francis that fight as well.
Yeah, but that was time ago as well. This another thing is Stipe's declining. Francis is actually accelerating.
Just based
Stipe's on the down spiral. Stipe's not even fighting. Stipe's not even active. Whilst Francis out here knocking out legends and destroying people in quick succession, man's not even been fighting since he fought DC. And he's not even been active like Francis has.
And he's got that DC fight.
Barely even fights compared to how much Francis has been fighting in the last year.
Yeah, but Stipe's got more ring time.
He's just looking on top form as well at the moment. He's gonna fuck him up. He's gonna knock him out in like the first round or rapid. He's gonna bust him up.
I remember you said that last time as well. What happened?
He's gonna bust him up.
You said that last time.
Who's had more ring time though?
You and Dan said that last time. What happened? We'll see what happens, innit?
Yeah, bust him up, man.
We'll see.
I was surprised. To be fair, I was surprised at the first one. I actually thought he was gonna knock him out in the first one, but.
Oh, you did. I remember.
True. I didn't think he was gonna knock him out, but.
Hey. You like roll?
I think this one is he's gonna have leveled up with the wrestling.
You and Rogan.
Stipe can't implement that as easily this time. And he's accelerated while Stipe's on the down spiral now. He's less active. He's not going to be on the form that Francis is on.
That's speculation.
DC might even spark him, so we don't know. The thing is, DC, I could see how DC is going to present a problem for Francis because he does have like mad enough wrestling like to where Francis can't fuck with him like because DC's like another level of wrestling. And DC's got a mad chin. Like Stipe's got a good chin, but not as on the level of DC. And DC could present some problems. He can roll with the shots well, but I know Francis is big compared to DC, man. Like physically, like it's different than even John because he's actually a big guy, like compared to DC.
Stipe rolls with the shots as well. He just got caught by DC off.
Not as well. Not DC rolls his shots so well. He's way better than Stipe at it. Watch the Anthony Rumble Johnson knockout in slow-mo it, and watch what DC does. That's a different level of rolling with shots. DC does it, man. With his style, he's always doing this shit, and then like he'll just roll with the shot. Like he's always moving about like that. Stipe's more stiff. Stipe's a big stiff idiot.
Bro, but he couldn't knock him out. If he was a big stiff, he would have knocked him out the first time because he had the same power.
No, he wouldn't have done. He wouldn't have done because he couldn't even stop him. He couldn't have even stopped him because he couldn't keep his range and he couldn't deal with now he'll get him off him on a cage.
How though?
Because he's so much stronger than him. Look at the size difference and look at their physicality. Stipe's just like a standard big guy. Like Francis is like a beast. Like, and he can fight as well. Like regardless of you can say a bit about his technique or whatever, but the guy murks people like Mike Tyson type of shit type thing. Like he's just destroying.
And Ngannou was against the cage on his knees with his hands on the ground carrying Stipe's weight for as long as Stipe wanted. So how is he such a beast? If anything, Stipe's stronger than Ngannou.
Bro, I've been looking at his muscles a bit too much, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's got no technique.
Yeah, Myron is physique.
Sloppy.
And Myron
he's got no wrestling.
He'll have learned wrestling now. He will have improved his wrestling. Yeah, he will because he's been fighting wrestlers, and he's been out. That's his lacking part in the game. If he just gets a bit of wrestling and the ability to like turn man around on a clinch and like get himself off the cage, he'll be a beast. And he just needs a bit of takedown defense. He doesn't even need mad ground game or wrestling. He just needs takedown defense.
Yeah, but if you look at like Kane
and cage work and a lot of cage work.
Kane overestimated his own thing. Same with JDS. They both overestimated their own chin against Ngannou. They didn't even try with the wrestling thing. Just overestimated their own chin and got KO'd.
At the end of the day, they went in there and they got knocked out in like a minute.
Yeah, but it's like, do you think do you say DC can beat Ngannou? You said DC
potentially, like he has a decent chance. Like I'd give him like a honestly like a 30% chance. I'd give Stipe like a 20% chance.
But it's like this.
Or less than that, maybe. Probably like a 20% chance.
DC took down John Jones, who is arguably the hardest person in the whole UFC to take down. Or maybe DC is the hardest person in the whole UFC to take down.
DC is that guy. DC is the hardest guy to take down, I think.
But he took down John Jones, so like Ngannou won't. Do you think Ngannou's got the same level takedown defense as John Jones? Or even near? Even like 50% the level of the takedown defense? He's probably got like 20% the technique of takedown defense compared to Jones. And it
just matters whether Stipe can implement the same game plan, and I don't think he can. I don't think he can do what he did in the first fight. Francis will have learned beyond that now. Like, it's not that easy to do that. You've got to look at when you start training, the increments of how much you improve are more exponential than when you've been training a long time. Like when you're someone like Stipe, his improvements now are going to be not that substantial, but someone like Ngannou, who's new to MMA, or a Joshua or someone, they make things fast. They make improvements fast because in your first year of training, in your first month of training, you'll become the best. If you do a proper training, not if you do some bullshit training, but if you do proper training, you'll become sick in a month. Like, no. I just tripped out. Like, what I'm trying to say is that you'll improve the most out of it in 1 month. You're like, in 1 month, you'll make the most gains because it's new. But then once you've been training for time, unless you adapt and you somehow, like, I don't know, reach some next level of Sage mode or something. But, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're at Sage mode, then at Mount Miyabaku, then, you know what I'm saying? Then you can't, like, you're going to make improvements fast. So Francis is going to improve way more than Stipe is in this time since the first fight.
Did Stipe made adjustments when he got beat?
Sometimes, like, what I'm saying is that, just what I was saying before is like someone as a counter is like, an example would be like Robbie Lawler, who came back late in his career and had a surge somehow. I don't know why that happens with some fighters, but another one would be like Andrei Arlovsky or someone like they have a comeback and they go to a next level, or especially Lawler, because he became the champ late after starting MMA at like 18. So some fighters, they'll hit a peak like later in their career, but most of the time you're going to improve the most in like your first year of training. So I think Ngannou's just going to have leveled up too much compared to Stipe. Fuck this. Let's look, main event. Let's talk about the main event. So crazy fucking fight. Some of the maddest shots, some of the maddest, the craziest chin.
Bro, El Kukui, man, the legend, Tony Ferguson versus Justin, the highlight reel, mate. For real, the highlight reel. Justin Gaethje. Let me start by saying this. The only knockdown in the fight came from Tony Ferguson with the uppercut at the end of the second round. Absolutely clean uppercut, which sat Justin on his ass for a second. But obviously in the fight, he was just too clean with his counters and punches, man. And Tony looked a bit sloppy.
Yeah, Tony, Dana and stuff was saying he looked slow. I would agree with that. He didn't look as fast and energetic as he did in his last few fights. Who knows how much of that is to do with the style and the skill of Gaethje versus the weight cut decision for Tony that may have depleted him.
You can't put. It's a bit deep to put too much on that because Justin was on point in that fight. He was so sharp. He picked the right spots when to go in. He didn't overexpose himself like he did with Eddie Alvarez or Dustin.
Yeah, exactly, man. He didn't. He just found the perfect range. Just stayed relaxed. It was real relaxed, man. Like, to be that relaxed in there is pretty impressive.
That's a skill in itself.
I think the weight cut though, it was important though. Like the Tony making weight before months ago, and then, do you get me? Like that one, even if it's
how long ago was it? When was that fight meant to be? It was like a month ago, right?
April or something.
Was it
2-3 weeks?
Oh yeah, 2 weeks, wasn't it actually?
Like,
yeah.
He made weight then. He would have put some back on because he
was it
continue decreasing weight. He would have put some back on, then had to cut it again. And it is.
Yeah, 2 weeks out, it defo will. 2 weeks out, innit? It will. If you cut weight 2 times in a month.
None of his flips. He wasn't doing no flip. He wasn't doing none of his elbows. He wasn't doing the same, what's the word?
But how much of that could just be to do with the style and the range and the power and stuff of Justin Gaethje?
Bro, easily, because Justin's got a technique, man, and he was on point, like I said.
Yeah, his technique's real clean, man. Like,
it was, but it was like Tony wasn't even defending. Like, the way Tony was getting punched, it was like, are you really letting this guy punch you up like this? Like,
some of Tony's technique's mad. You know, I used to saying, like, some of Tony's technique is, if you look at it as an overall, to me, it's sick. And anyone that knows about MMA should think there's a lot of, but it is based on toughness that is the counter argument to it, because if you're not tough and you can't take shots, then you can't do that kind of style. So that's the trade-off with it. Justin is actually he's took his foot off the gas, but somehow that's increased him. He's when I say he's took his foot off the gas, I mean that in like a good way. Like, in terms of his fighting style, he's just waiting back now and timing you with these beautiful technique counters and devastating punches.
Definitely, man. Bro, it was a clean fight from Justin. What can you even really say, man? I just feel deep for Tony. The D1 wrestling of Justin.
Boy, he's bare humble as well. Got to give props to Justin. Bare humble guy.
We love a humble guy.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, we respect that. We respect the humbleness.
And I get Tony.
Bitch, be humble.
You see
Sit
that?
down. Be humble. Sit down. Hold up, little bitch.
Listen, forget Kendrick. But yo, you see, Tony pushed him at the start when he.
I think Tony just couldn't believe it, you know.
What did you say?
Tony just couldn't believe it, bro.
Yeah, bro, he was still standing when he got stopped, so I get it as well.
He was toughing it out though, man.
Bro, he
Yeah,
got hurt
but
so
yo,
badly,
that was like Rory McDonald. That was like Rory McDonald when he got stopped. Do you remember that fight when he got hit in the nose
With Lawler.
against Bobby Lawler?
Yeah.
And then he just like went down like yo, like he was fucked.
He went down. He didn't go down. He just shook.
It was like this. It was no. He just spazzed out. He like looked away. Like you know what I'm saying. It didn't look good.
Bro, but
It looked like he was like yo. He's like spazzed out. You know what I'm saying. Like his vein like discombobulated for a second.
And
then he like spazzed out a bit and like you know what I'm saying.
Even the jab after though, like Justin landed a jab after he spazzed out, and you could just tell like this guy's gonna get knocked out in the next 5 seconds.
I thought he stopped it when I think he stopped it when he was. I think like that punch, and then he went away like that, and then the ref came and stopped the fight, like separate.
No, there was, but then once he.
I don't think he landed after he spazzed out. He stopped. The ref stopped it. Good thing it wasn't Keith. I'd have probably just fucking not even clocked. Really. It is not clocked.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Is that 1 minute left of the fight? Like he was still standing. He didn't even. He shook his head.
I actually think that was a good stoppage. I'm happy that fight got stopped, even though it was at the end. I think he was about to get hurt with some really bad punches.
Therefore,
I'm happy that got stopped. Because, bro, when Tony does that, that means it hurt. Do you know what I'm saying? When Tony does that, that means it was bad. Do you know what I mean? When he's spazzing out.
And not doing roly-polies.
Yeah, like normally he does roly-polies. So, like, when he's doing that, you know what I'm saying? It's a problem. Normally, he was like Action Man or something on that roly-poly. He was on some Action Man thing or something where he just like, boom, boom. It's like a robot or some shit. That was crazy shit.
I'm not lying though. I don't think he would have gone down.
I don't know, man. I'm just happy. Like, I don't know. It would have been probably not. You're probably right, but I think it's still a good thing for his health.
Yeah.
For his health, it's a good thing that it got stopped because that would have been bad. He would have got lit up in that last minute, like a Christmas tree.
He would, man.
Like bonfire night.
But then what happens?
You think Justin can beat Khabib?
I think he's got the credentials to do it, man. Khabib's never faced a Division 1 wrestler. Ever.
Or even anyone with the striking of Justin.
Yeah, true. He's not.
Other than, obviously, Dustin.
McGregor.
But Justin's actually he's changed his style quite a lot in the last couple fights. And Mac D's.
I think that fight you'll be able to tell what'll happen from the first round, like literally. If Khabib can take him down, then he'll have his way. But if he can't, it's game over for Khabib.
Yeah, imagine. But there's people with way worse wrestling than Justin that Khabib can't take down.
Like
every single other person he's fought.
But he took them all down, Tom.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Justin has the best wrestling.
Yeah.
Of any of them.
But T-Ball probably had the best grappling, to be honest.
Grappling, jiu-jitsu, but not wrestling. Not on the level of Justin.
No, but I'm just saying so far, T-Ball, and he couldn't take him down.
And Dos Anjos has good grappling as well.
But not jiu-jitsu, man. Just jiu-jitsu. But I'm talking about
T-Ball. True.
Like grappling. He had like 10.
And physically, T-Ball's pretty big guy compared to Dos Anjos for the division, like.
And he was studied out his head.
Yeah. Probably so is Dos Anjos. Dos Mecharoids. Dos Roids. Mecha Dos Anjos.
Is he going to be able to keep Dustin down? We don't know, man. That Division 1 wrestling is going to come out. We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see how good the Sambo holds up.
Yeah, against the D1.
I think Khabib will be able to take him down because I don't think a D1 wrestler is. If it was like NCAA.
Here's the thing, though. He needs enough. He needs enough. Check this, though. He needs enough just to be able to strike with him.
Yeah. Well, sorry, what?
But even with Justin striking, for the only reason I think Justin won against Tony was because Tony's defense is sloppy, and it's been sloppy since he gets dropped every other fight. Khabib's defense I'm not saying his defense is better. I'm just saying Khabib's defense is more cautious than Tony's.
Yeah,
he knows that Justin's striking's cold, so he's going to stay away. So Justin's.
No, but Khabib leaves himself susceptible though. On the you've got to see on when he's moving back and stuff, he's got his chin in the air, and if he gets tagged with some of them left hooks and some of them right hooks that Justin's throwing, it's gonna be a 1, 2, 3. Good night, Sonny. Good night, Sonny Jim.
That could happen. That could happen still.
It's just he just needs to stay standing long enough and keep the range to land some of those strikes he's landing, because Khabib, is he going to be able to take that beating that Tony took? That's the other question.
We don't know.
Can anyone? I don't think anyone can. I don't know. Has Khabib been dropped?
Nah.
No, he's not. Yeah. So
he's got a solid chin, bro. So Khabib's got a solid chin as well, but obviously not been tested.
He has been wobbled, so he can be, and obviously he can be hurt, but he's obviously got a decent chin.
Michael Johnson wobbled him.
He rolls with the shots well. You're right, but he does leave himself bait. He does fight a bit. His striking is. He has some good shit, but quite a lot of good shit about his striking. But in a technique sense, in terms of leaving himself vulnerable, it's fucked. It's fucked. He leaves himself very vulnerable to strikes. But he's just got I don't know. We've not seen him fight many elite strikers, and the thing is, there's a big difference between Dustin and Justin in terms of wrestling.
No, we've seen him fight elite strikers. We've seen him fight McGregor, Barbosa,
right.
Poirier.
Other than McGregor, how many other real elite strikers? On the level of Justin Gaethje, other than McGregor and Dustin, I mean, I don't think there's another one.
A good striker.
Well, Quinter was
That's true. But but Justin isn't his hardest test to date though. Wouldn't you say that?
It will be. Yeah, just because I'm saying that because of what we just seen with Tony and the Division 1 wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think it is. It's can't say that with Khabib because he's been undefeated, but Justin presents a lot of problems, man. I think Khabib's not faced that level of wrestling and striking. But wait, you could say, other than McGregor, Justin's the best striker. McGregor, Dustin, and Justin, but then neither of them have got near the wrestling of Justin. So that's what's going to be interesting, because McGregor did have some success in the third round, and Dustin had a few things. He hurt him with a body shot or something, innit?
Oh, you might forget Quinter was piecing Khabib.
And Quinter, yeah. So there's gaps in his striking. His striking and Justin's striking are on a different level. Justin's levels above him.
Well, Khabib's
is night and day.
Single opponent. Khabib's outlanded every single opponent.
Yeah, but look at the difference in the striking.
I'm just saying he's got one of the highest success rate in terms of striking.
Yeah, he has. He's got a good attack, but it's more just from his pressure and his physicality, his aggression. That does that. It's not really his technique, and that's going to land him into trouble. And trust me, he's in trouble on the feet against Justin. I've clocked why, because Justin is a mad counter striker, and Khabib is a pressure forward fighter, just runs at you with crazy shit to find entries to shots, to takedowns. But that's going to be bad unless you can actually take Gaethje down rapid and then control him and then keep taking him down without getting gassed or anything compared to Gaethje. He's got mad cardio now, as we can see. Can he just counter him? Can he just counter him on the way in? Because Khabib runs at you like flying knees and big Superman, like, or not Superman, but just like big crazy strikes, like runs at you and stuff. Like he's aggressive with his striking, and he leaves his chin in the air. So Justin could just time check hook or clean right down the pipe, like just line him up and spin that jaw back to Dagestan. You know what I'm saying? Fuck up the plan.
100.
You know what I'm saying?
McGregor. Fuck you.
I think McGregor, to be honest with you, I think McGregor can beat Justin.
McGregor does have a chance. Styles makes fights, don't it? It's a matchup.
That's what I'm saying. McGregor's striking is so much better than Justin's. His strike, his boxing, I don't think Justin will touch him.
Because Justin could win that if he wrestled, though. But I don't think he's going to wrestle.
He never does his wrestling.
He's going to just strike with him. And McGregor will probably time... McGregor's just got a bit more levels to his striking than Justin, I think. So, yeah, I'd probably give the edge to McGregor with that.
That's a Styles make fight, man. But that's why I still think Tony's got a chance against Khabib. Just because stylistically, where does Khabib like his opponent on his back? That's Tony's favourite place.
Yeah. But, I mean, Tony, the thing is, like, what you know, you've got to look at that. Tony, can he really do that with Khabib, who's got the maddest top pressure as well, though? So,
bro, I think so, man. No one else attacks off the back like Tony.
No, it's true. But not
many people do.
Not many mans.
Diaz does. Their fighters attack off the back like Tony do. He just hyped it.
Not like Tony.
Not like Tony.
No, with the strikes as well, and with the diversity and the randomness of what he does.
In their record, though,
Tony's mad.
In his whole Ultimate Fighter, he knocks out every man. Diaz,
even compared to a lot of black belts.
Bro, them elbows off the back from Tony.
And the strikes, the elbows and.
Yeah, but it's like Kevin Lee was on full mount and he had a staph infection.
So,
yeah, well, I don't know. But he got submitted. He got submitted. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Relevant. He got submitted.
Yeah, but look at the difference. Kevin Lee, Khabib. If Kevin Lee can get full mount on Tony, you don't think Khabib?
Nah, getting full mount. Yeah, but just because you get full mount, it doesn't necessarily mean like if it's in a flow, like a mount could happen, but then you could transition. It's if you can control them. And Tony's next level difficult to control on the ground because he's constantly going for shit. That's like what I was saying about Bryce Mitchell, like constantly flowing.
Yeah.
Flowing like the ocean, come like a powerful potion, keep a shit in motion. Yo.
You're forgetting the
scrum. To be honest, Khabib should just fight McGregor and retire. Fuck fighting games.
Man, I need to see this fight now. I need to see this fight now.
I've got to see, and trust me, you got to see them stars match up.
It's so good now. Like it's actually live. Like this is a bare interesting matchup.
I think this destroys Justin, and I think he probably.
I don't see it like that, man. I really don't know how you can say that after what we've just seen Justin do to Tony.
Bro, in my opinion, Tony was nothing the level of fighter that he normally is in that fight. The guy did no defense. He did the worst defense I've ever seen.
Oh,
that was strictly down to the fact that he had to cut weight twice.
Nah, I think you're taking credit away from Justin there, man.
Nah, bro, come on, man.
It's speculation, innit?
Bro,
it's hard to say.
Tony was tired.
Tony, he's got a point that Tony, he didn't look like he usually does. He didn't look in his usual form.
I understand what you man are saying, like, you can't take it away from Justin, but factually, you can. Justin's win was only his win because Tony was not the same level fighter.
No, that's not. That's. We don't know that. We don't know that Tony would have still beat him. We just know that Tony wasn't in optimum condition. But we still saw Tony get sparked. It might have been
definitely. We saw him get sparked.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think his pride just fucked him up in it when he made weight the first time just for no reason.
Maybe they'll end up fighting again.
I want Tony to fight Dustin. For you and see if
that'd be a really good fight, actually. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Or even Tony
that's
McGregor.
A good matchup.
Tony McGregor, and then Justin Khabib, and then winner versus winner or whatever.
You better call Dana, mate. You better call Uncle Dana and get that made.
Uncle Frank, Uncle Frank, yeah. Toast to good business, yeah.
That's actually a sick fight. Yeah, Tony Dustin. Wow.
Because Dustin pieced up Justin, but Justin was a different fighter when he fought Dustin to now.
Now that's straight up action, that fight.
And that's like, because Dustin ain't a pussy. When it comes to punching, he's a mad bastard.
100. He can box all day.
He's a six.
He's got combos for days.
The way he put
in the
Justin
pocket,
away was crazy.
In the pocket, exchanging
differently. He was too skinny, Dustin, at featherweight. Too weak and that, like. But at lightweight, he's a different guy. Like, he's legit a different fighter. Just by adding 10 pounds, the guy's a different beast.
From what, featherweight? From Dustin?
Yeah, when he used to fight down there.
Yeah, he leveled up mad, innit? From his debut at lightweight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Max, like, you don't even get the credit that much for the Max Holloway win, but that's a next level win. That's like.
That was like Max early, like a young Max as well, so it was a bit deep. And Connor's just too big for that way. He's too powerful for them.
I'm on about Dustin versus Max. Dustin versus Holloway.
Oh yeah. Sorry, man.
But that fight was fucking next level. Like the way he was punching him up, it was crazy. I didn't think Dustin could do that.
Right, yo.
I think when you've got the same level of combos and endurance as Max, and then he's just not got the size or the frame to be able to deal with Dustin's boxing. He's not got the same like weight behind his shots as Dustin. Dustin gets a lot of his weight into the shots. And I think he's just a bit sort of bigger frame, quite a lot bigger frame than Holloway.
Yo, out this bitch, bro. My phone's about to die.
Sign out.
Signing out.
Lock off, yo. Gone.
Lock off.